Hello and welcome to today's presentation on social media and mobile marketing. Our group consists of Sol, Charlotte, Abhishek, Mukti and me, Vincent, and we will start with the company introduction. Founded in 2013, Flixbus is Europe's leading long-distance transportation company that provides city-to-city bus travel at an affordable price. Similar to Airbnb's business model, Flixbus does not own the buses but rather hires independent bus operators that have to use the Flixbus branding. Through its website and app, Flixbus provides different services to its customers who enjoy free Wi-Fi and onboard entertainment on all of the buses. The first part will be the social media audit, with the structure as follows, and we will start with the online brand audit. The keywords that I use on their About Us page of their website include keywords such as intercity bus network, low budget, experience the world, tech startup, green mobility, and safety. Flixbus positions itself as a low-price transportation company, and it wants to convey an exciting travel experience along with a safe and sustainable way of traveling. The online brand audit concerning the tone and the voice. As you can see, the tone is friendly, caring, informative, and engaging, as you can see also in the postings below. The voice is young, dynamic, adventurous, and environmentally responsible. This is matching the target audience of Flixbus. And in general, Flixbus wants to build a relationship of trust, caring about the customers, and providing a sense of safety with sustainable traveling. The visual audit is very consistent. The logos and the brand content all belong to the same corporate identity of Flixbus, and they even use different imagery for the different platforms, which is matching the target audience of each of the platforms. The online opinions are on the positive side, considering the price attractiveness and the comfort on board, and on the negative side, the delays, last-minute cancellations, and the poor consumer service. Concerning the competitive analysis, here we focused on 4 different competitors, namely BlaBlaBus, Pinkbus, RegioJet, and Alsa, that are all present in the European market. Our general insight is that all of them are present on all social medias, although they are not really active on all of them. Some of the Twitter accounts are pretty much empty. The content is mainly pictures of destinations with descriptions concerning events, routes, and prices. The content on Instagram and Facebook is often identical, which poses the question if this could be changed in the future. The keywords are also different. BlaBlaBus focuses on cheap travel, fun, and flexibility. Pinkbus on mobility, community, and exploration. RegioJet focuses on its history as a student agency and a success story. And Alsa is praising itself as a leading operator in the region, road transport, and innovation. Going more deeply into the competitive analysis, we found different KPIs that we analyzed. On the positive side, Facebook and Instagram followers are by far the most for Flixbus. And as you can see, the ratio of engagement is really low. This is not really because Flixbus is not engaging its users, but because Flixbus is having different websites for different regions, and we only analyze the English-speaking page. Coming to the industry analysis. With the liberalization of the bus transportation market in 2012, the EU allowed private players to operate long-distance inter-country bus travel. Buses and coaches have, in general, the lowest carbon footprint per passenger of any form of motorized transport, and the main players in the European market are Flixbus, BlaBlaBus, Alsa, and RegioJet. In general, in the EU, 55.7% of all public transport journeys are made with buses, 8% of passenger transport on land are made by buses, and in total there are over 700,000 buses in circulation on Europe's roads. Coming to the audience report. Here we analyze the target audience by using the tags Wi-Fi, travel, and student. These results matched the target audience of Flixbus, which we focused on Germany. Our findings in general were that the channels they use are Pinterest, YouTube, and Instagram. Influencers are German-speaking Spiegel Reisen, TUI Deutschland, and the International TripAdvisor. And micro-influencers are only German. Those are called Geheimtipp, Mitvergnügen, and Local Advisor. Based on our analysis, the buyer persona is a German called Daniel. He is male, single, and between 18 and 24 years old. He is a student living in a bigger city in Germany and open and loves to explore. His goals are traveling cheaply through Europe, and his motivations are exploring new destinations, freeing his mind from work, and going out and listening to music. His frustrations are expensive transport and inefficient time. We also did the follow-on report, but those were just main people that worked for Flixbus, so we focused on the influencers from the audience report. The social media campaign. Here we have a service that is a single and round-trip bus travel, which is basically a planned purchase, which means that if you don't need to have a transportation service, then you will not be attracted to Flixbus. And as we can also see that it's not really competing with other bus travel agencies because Flixbus is already the biggest, but it's competing with other means of travel such as flying or taking the train. In general, the service attributes are it's cheap, it's sustainable, it's convenient, and the big network, so its presence. The main goals that we want to achieve with our social media campaign is establish Flixbus as a transportation alternative for those customers that are still indecisive, creating an authentic brand reputation among traveling communities, and encouraging potential customers to try bus travel for the first time if they haven't. Our online activities are prioritized in the following way. First of all, social media. We want to use influencers and we want to use influencers and engagement campaigns to increase the positive user-generated content. So influencers could explain the benefits of Flixbus and provide authentic referrals, and campaigns could encourage customers of Flixbus to share their positive experiences. Second, we want to use online distributors. Those can increase Flixbus visibility when customers are still choosing their means of transport, and thereby create more traffic for the website. Affiliate marketing can create partnerships with well-known travel bloggers. Those can again establish the Flixbus brand in the traveling community and thereby enhance its presence. Email marketing, here we want to contact those leads with promotions on destinations that have just been browsing on our website. These include call to actions to encourage customers to make a decision soon. As well as A/B testing will always be part of our campaign in order to compile with the current trends that we have. What we don't want to focus on are display banners, interactive content, and algorithmic as well as sponsored search, as here there's no need for additional brand awareness and we don't want to use them for that matter. Considering mobile marketing, the structure is as follows, and we will start off with the mobile-friendly test. This has been passed by the Flixbus website. Now coming to the customer journey. Here we have the first part, the awareness part, which is basically the bus itself and the bus stations where the Flixbus branding is as well. Then we have the second part, the consideration. There we have the recommendations from customers, social media platforms, and on the purchase side we have the website and the confirmation email that follows after the purchase. The first pain point are bad reviews and recommendations. If the feedback from previous customers is negative, the word of mouth communication prevents further customers from trying the service. In order to prevent public opinions from gaining traction, they should be answered by professional community managers. The answer should encourage the customer to discuss the issue in private messages and refrain from portraying the customer in a negative way. The second pain point is payment problems. If the online sales channel is not working properly, customers might not be able to successfully purchase the ticket. This is an issue that has to be solved by an IT solution that alerts when a lot of people are not finishing the payment and thereby reduce that problem. On the retention side, we have the stages of the driver who's having an impact, the brand goodies which are distributed among the customers and the newsletter, and on the loyalty side, we have the user-generated content. The third pain point that we identified is the bad experiences. If the customer has a bad experience while using the service because the bus operator is failing, then this has an effect on the brand image. So this means the bus is coming late, the bus driver is rude, or the luggage is lost or stolen. Here we want to have an in-app communications tool that allows the customer to track the location of the bus and provide security measures for the luggage. And we want to implement a feedback system that lets customers rate their experience after each ride. On the data report, we have used the tweet archiver. Here we identified people who are influencers using the follower number, and we could use the locations to use for personalized ad campaigns by scheduling tweets using Hotsuite. The word cloud, here we identified the most repeated words on those tweets, namely Flixbus, first, bus, expand, German, Estonia, company, launch, and voucher. We used MonkeyLearn to obtain 38 tweets with an accuracy of 61%, and the main words that we identified are here: first, bad, German, bus, and travel. The negative tweets that were identified were 9 with a precision of 60%. Those principal words were Flixbus, bad, German bus, people, and lives. On the positive side, we identified 10 tweets with the positive sentiment and 57% of precision. And the keywords here were first, travel, launch, and Wi-Fi. Using SocialWiz, we found different communities that used a lot of emojis, which you can see on the left-hand side, and identified influencers with the at symbol, and as well as the most principal words that they mentioned on the right-hand side. We depicted those communities in a graph that is the network mentioned and the network word cloud. And now coming to the current goals and KPIs, we identified those KPIs, namely purchase completed, engaged users, registrations, and entered checkouts, with some numbers that we obtained from Abhishek, who worked for Flixbus. Now coming to the mobile design. We used NinjaMock to design the mobile app. As you can see on the left-hand side, you will start on the home screen that you can browse through to different destinations, and on the right-hand side you will finally receive those prices. Displaying those prices, we used the different biases in order to engage the customer more. We used the anchoring bias to display the original price next to the discounted price, and started with a high price destination. On the context side, all destinations are listed together that are discounted, and that makes them all look cheap, although the discounts actually are not always the same. Availability bias, we only show destinations once to indicate that this is the best price, and you cannot compare destinations directly because you have no indication on how long the journey is. Confirmation bias, we have those discounted prices to confirm me that we are the low price operator. Finally, we also made a chatbot, as you can see, that allows you to chat and ask for different destinations and different informations. And finally, this is our presentation. Thank